Hello and good evening, Pacer fans. Welcome to the USC Aiken Convocation Center here in Aiken, South Carolina, where we're setting up for a volleyball match between the USC Aiken Pacers and the UNC Pembroke Braves. My name is Jordan Phillips alongside my broadcast partner Marcus Johnson, and we're going to be calling the action for you guys tonight. The Pacers come into this game 7-1, while the Braves 1-9.
Pacers also boasting a 4-0 home record and a 1-0 away record. Their only loss comes on neutral turf as they're 2-1 in neutral areas. Well, it looks like we're about ready to start up.
And coming on will be Danielle Mercer. Emily Telon's going to be back to serve for the Pacers.
And serving to start the match, USC is number 23, Emily Telon.
Telon serving. Braves on the attack now.
That was just nicked there by Telon, so the point will go to the Braves.
I think that was Forster there.
It was Forster, I was wrong.
She had a huge week last week in the Pacer Invitational Tournament. Here comes Hodson with the attack. And that's going to be a kill for Sean Hodson. Nice play from the senior there.
And Rebecca Martinez will take the serve now. Martinez, a freshman out of Wellington, Florida, as she serves.
Saw a lot of action last weekend in the Invitational Tournament here at USC Aiken.
Mercer gets that one. Telon sets it. Hodson with the attack, and that'll be stopped.
And that's going to sail out. That's going to be a point for the Pacers. Martinez will be back to serve again now.
Score now 2-1 in favor of the Pacers as Martinez serves.
Nice dig there by Martinez. Forster now on the attack. And that's going to be a point for the Braves.
That knots it up at 2-2. Josephine Yang will serve for Pembroke.
Dig there from Mercer. Johansson on the attack. That's a kill for Cassie Johansson.
Yeah, right off the back corner there.
Put that one down with some real authority now. And she'll head back to serve.
They get the kill and a serve now.
Braves on the attack. And that's going to sail out. That's another point for the Pacers.
Hey, they learned from the last time one of them was going that far back. This time they let it go back, and now the score 4-2.
Johansson serving. Nice play by, and that's going to hit out. Hines there knocked that one back down, and then Pembroke sent that one sailing out. Beautiful. Oh, excellent play there by Johansson to keep that play alive. Forster now attacking. And that's going to be a kill there for number 18, Julia Forster. Excellent play by the Pacers. Of course, we'd like to say welcome back, Marcus. Don't know many people who can take a vacation on their first day of work and still have a job.
I guess I'm just lucky that way.
Kill there for Sean Hodson. Excellent play there.
Like how you called that before it actually hit the ground, but I mean, it was pretty obvious that was going to. She had some nice deception on that move.
We call that my sixth sense. And that's a service ace by Johansson there. Excellent play. Beautiful serve. to need some time there to take are the Braves. Score now 8-2 in favor of the Pacers. And welcome back.
Play will resume with Cassie Johansson.
Johansson back to serve still for the Pacers. Nice save there from the Braves. Telon sends that one over.
Excellent dig there by Martinez.
Here comes Forster on the attack now.
Johansson attacks.
Telon's going to set that one. Hodson attacking. Just dug out there by the Braves. Dig there from Johansson. Telon sets. Forster attacking.
I was going to say another team able to put the point away, but right there, Pacers get another one, 9-2 the score.
As I mentioned earlier, Forster a big force in the game for the in all 4 games last week in the Pacer Invitational Tournament, earning all tournament credentials. And this run by Johansson at the service line finally going to come to an end as that one sails out. Now we'll see Danielle Mercer come on in favor of Cassie Johansson. Back to serve will be number 4, Caroline Pridgeon.
Hodson just sending that one over.
Telon setting, Hodson attacking. That's going to be a point for the Pacers. Now we'll see Sean Hodson come back to the service line. 10-3 your score. It's going to be a kill for the Braves there. Number 7, Alicia Poplo. Alicia Poplo is the name. Nice dig there by Martinez. Forster attacking. Blocked by Alicia Hines and Emily Telon. Excellent play by the Pacer defense there. Now we'll see Julia Forster come back to serve for the Pacers. Also coming on now is Taylor Stratton, who at the start of this game is 60 kills away from 1,000. And that's going to be a point for the Pacers and a service ace for Julia Forster. And that's going to be blocked by the Braves there. Oh, excuse me, that's going to be a kill for Alicia Hines. That one landing out. Score now 13-4. Forster's going to serve again. And another kill for Hines. Excellent play there by the Pacers. And that's going to be another timeout taken by UNC Pembroke. We'll be right back once the action resumes. All right. Looks like the action just about set to get ready to get resumed here. We're about 10 seconds away.
Action resumes with Julia Forster at the service line, 14-4.
Forster will remain at the service line for the Pacers. Forster serving. And that's going to head out. Point for the Pacers. And that one's going to head out, unfortunately, for the Pacers. Score now 15-5. Serving now will be number 6, Anna Hines, as the Braves attempt to mount a comeback. Nice dig there by Forster. Telon with a kill there. Coming on is Cassie Johansson. We'll see Alicia Hines head to the bench. Back to serve will be Danielle Mercer, the libero. Earning Specialist of the Week for the Peach Belt Conference this week. Congratulations to her. Telon sets. Stratton attacking. That's going to be a kill for Taylor Stratton. Now coming on will be Okune Abagu. And that's going to be a service ace for Mercer. Nice play there by the libero. And another service ace for Mercer. Beautiful play. Of course, we'd like to welcome all of our viewers in Pembroke, North Carolina tonight. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. And a little too much on that one by Mercer. It's going to be a point for the Braves, making the score now 19-6 in favor of the Pacers. Back to serve is number 15, Casey Bell. That one just barely. That one just barely scraping the top there. Getting over for the ace. Serving again. That one's going to hit out. Point Pacers. Telon will be back to serve for the Pacers now. And that one's going to sail out. Point Pacers. It's a service ace. Coming on now for the Pacers will be number 1, Chelsea Watts, and number 12, Amber Hendry, for Telon and Hodson. And that's going to be a point for the Pacers as that one heads out. Watts serving. Braves on the attack now. Watts sets that one. Hendry attacking. Just barely digging that one are the Braves. Watts sets again. Hendry attacks. Beautiful dig there from the Braves. Nice volley now going here. Stratton attacking. Beautiful dig again. Nice dig by Stratton. Hendry sends it over. And that's going to end with a point for the Braves. Saw some excellent work there from number 7, Alicia Poplo, for the Braves. A couple of very nice digs there by her. Back to serve now will be number 10, Bailey Jones, for the Braves. Scored 22-8 here from Aiken, South Carolina. Abagu just getting that one over. Mercer with a beautiful dig. Overpass there by Forster. And that's going to hit on the side of the Pacers. Point for the Braves. Braves are back to serve once again now. Dig there from Forster. Watts serving. Stratton attacking. And that's going to be a kill for Taylor Stratton. Coming on now is Rebecca Martinez to serve. Score 23-9 here in set number 1. Nice play there by the Braves. Getting that killer, number 4, Caroline Pridgeon, excuse me. Excellent play there by her. Number 8, Josephine Yang will be back to serve for the Braves. Watts sets. That's going to be a point for the Braves. That's going to land out. Point for the Pacers. Coming on now is Alicia Hines. This will be the set point. Okunea Bagu back to serve now for the Pacers. And that's a point. That's going to be the set. Pacers take set number 1, 25-11. And the teams are going to switch sides here. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back with you when the action resumes. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to set number 2 here from the Convocation Center in USC Aiken. The Pacers picking up the win in the first set, 25-11. We'll see the UNC Pembroke Braves back to serve first. Getting the serve will be number 10, Bailey Jones. T-line set, Stratton attacking. And that's a kill for Taylor Stratton, one closer to 1,000 for her. And service ace for T-Lon there. Beautiful play by T-Lon. T-Lon serves. Seemed to be some miscommunication there for the Braves. Nobody was there to grab that one. Score now 3-0. T-Lon serving. And that's going to sail and hit out.
The ball's out. Clock Pacers.
Overpass there from T-Lon.
The ball's out.
That's going to be called out. Looked in from where I stand, however. Line judges, of course, having a better view than I. Although a valiant effort there by the Pacer defense to get that one back over.
Rotation error.
Going to be a rotation error there. Point for the Braves. Lang back to serve again for the Braves. Yang, excuse me. Yang serving. Forster now on the attack. And it's going to be called a point for the Braves. Ball hits. Yang will be back to serve once again now. Yeah, that's going to be called out. Called in. Service ace there for Yang. Score now knotted up at 4. Beautiful dig there by Hodson. Called a ball handling error there for the Braves. Stratton now attacking. Kill for Taylor. Oh, excuse me, she saved that. Okay, they're going to call that one down. They're going to call that one down. Point for the Pacers. Despite that one being called down, that was a very impressive play there by the Braves. Very nice effort to get to that one. Serving. Martinez's serve flies out. It's going to be a point for the Braves. Forster attacks. That's a kill for Julia Forster. Excellent play there by Forster. Going to see Johansson now back to serve. Dig there from T-Lon. Martinez sets, Hodson attacking. T-Lon sets again, Hines attacking. Kill for Alicia Hines. Excellent play there. Johansson serving now. Hodson now on the attack. And that's a kill for Sean Hodson. Beautiful play by the Pacer offense there. Pacers now lead 8-6 here in set number 2. Block from Alicia Hines.
Alicia Hines, point Pacers.
Take there by Martinez. Telon sets. Forster attacks. That one's sent back over. Now here comes Hodson. Nice dig there by the libero. Telon setting again. Hines attacking. That one's dig. That one's a dig. And that one's just going to hit the floor on the Pacers side. Point for the Braves. Back to serve now is number 7, Alicia Popolo. That one's going to sail out.
The service winner to number 7, Alicia Paplow on Braves.
Paplo back to serve again. And that one's going to hit out. Point Pacers. Score now 10-8. Hodson will be back to serve for the Pacers. Nice play by Hodson there to send that one back over. Hines attacking. And that's going to be a kill for Alicia Hines. Excellent play there. Dig there by Hodson. Telon sets. Forster attacks. And that's going to be a kill for Julia Forster. Nice dig there from Martinez. Hodson attacking now. And that's going to hit the net. Point for the Braves.
Substitutions for the Braves, number 6, Anna Hines. Number 12, Akia Jones.
Serving now. Dig there from Hodson. Telon attacking. Nice play there from Mercer. Forster now attacking. That's a kill for Julia Forster.
Number 18, Julia Forster.
Beautiful play there by Forster to send that one right in between the defense. Splitting it wide open. Going to see Stratton coming on now for Martinez. Forster will be back to serve for the Pacers. 13-9 your score. And that one's going to weakly hit the net and fall to the ground. Point for the Pacers. And we're going to take a brief intermission in the action here. While we have a second, we'd like to say thank you to our sponsors. Aiken Flooring, the South Carolina Education Lottery, Quality Inn and Suites, Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, and State Farm agent Denny Michaelis. Without you guys, this broadcast here would not be possible. Thank you guys so much. And we'll be back once the action resumes. And we're back again. Score 14-9 here in set number 2. Julia Forster back to serve. Pacers leading. Also picking up the win in this set number 1, 25-11. Dig there from Mercer. Telon's going to set. Hines attacking, but that's going to be out. Point for the Braves. Dig there by Martinez. Telon sets. Stratton attacking. Nice play there by the... Yeah, that's going to be a kill for Taylor Stratton. It's going to be a net violation. Excuse me. Point Pacers. Regardless, score now 15-10 in favor of the Pacers, with Mercer back to serve. And a service ace for Danielle Mercer, her third of the game. Placing that exactly where it needs to be every single time, it seems. Johansson sending that one over after a nice dig there. And that's going to be a solo block for Taylor Stratton. Excellent play there by Stratton. Telon sets. Stratton attacking. And that's going to be a kill for Emily Telon. Nice play by Telon there, the queen of those soft little send-overs, hitting exactly where they need to be. Saw several of those last weekend. Mercer serving again, but that one's going to head out. Stratton attacking. That's going to be a point for the Braves. Telon sets for Stratton attacking. And that's a kill for Taylor Stratton. Another nice play there. Telon back to serve now. Blocked. That's going to be Cassie Johansson and Sean Hodson getting the credit for that one. This Pacer defense is nasty tonight. Excellent play there by the defense. Telon will serve once again. Mercer's going to set here. Here comes Hodson on the attack. And that's a point. That's going to be a kill for Hodson there. To see Chelsea Watts coming in. And getting her first college play will be number 13, Christine Carroll. Missed the tournament last weekend with an injury. She's back now. She'll be excited to get her first start, or her first taste of the action now. Also coming in is number 5, Avery Macklin. Saw a little bit of her last weekend. That's Chelsea Watts getting her service ace there. Excellent play by the Pacers. Nice to see some of the young players getting some playing time here. A little bit of taste of the future. Yeah, that's going to head out. It's going to be a point Pacers. Score now 23-12. Watts back to serve again. Watts is going to set. Macklin attacking. And that's going to be a kill for number 13, Christine Carroll. Congratulations and welcome to the show. That's her first kill of her career here. Hopefully one of many. Watts will be back to serve again. Watts setting, Macklin attacking. Nice save there. That's going to be a block for Avery Macklin and Christine Carroll.
Christine Carroll and Avery Macklin. Point and set to the
And that's going to be the set to the Pacers. Pacers lead this set now. This match here 2-0 now. Excellent play by the two freshmen to end this one. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back when the action resumes here. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. We're back here again. Set number 3 coming up for the Pacers. Emily Telon will be back to serve. And rejoining me, of course, is the Steve Kerr to my Michael Jordan, Marcus Johnson.
I don't know if I'm worthy of that honor, but
nice play there by the Pacer defense. Stratton sends it over. That's going to be a kill for Taylor Stratton.
that's a good way to not give up on that point. And good reaction time on the Pacer part there.
Absolutely. Telon serving. Mercer digs. Telon sets. Stratton attacking. That's just going to be saved there by the Braves. Johansson attacks. Kill for Sean Hodson.
A lot of good attacks on that play from both sides, but it's kind of funny how the point is won on a little tip over.
That seems to be the case more often than not. How would you like to be on the receiving end of one of those shots from Stratton or Johansson right to the chest?
I'll tell you, those shots are hard, but the one I would definitely not would be one of our graduates from last year.
I think I know who you're referring to.
Ashley Diedrich had one of the hardest shots I've ever seen.
Pretty sure she could put a volleyball through a human being.
Wouldn't be surprised if she has. Sorry, Ashley, if you're listening.
Crowd starting to get behind the Pacers here. Hodson sending that one over. And unfortunately, that's going to be a kill for the Braves. Score now 3-1 in favor of the Pacers. Speaking of Pacer alumni, I see Caitlin Grasillo, point guard for the Pacer women's basketball team down there at the scoring table. Always nice to have some alumni come and visit. And it's going to be a kill for Stratton.
Grasillo, along with Diedrich, also communication majors from our department.
Shout out to Dr. Charmaine Wilson. That's going to be a point, Pacers. Shout out to all the communications professors. Without you guys, Marcus wouldn't have graduated, and I wouldn't be almost about to graduate. And that's a kill there for Julia Forster. Of course, since you were given a shout out here on our illustrious Pacer broadcast, I think a free A on a test grade is
it doesn't work that way.
I think it does. I think it does. We'll see. Point there for the Pacers. Score now 8-1 in favor of the Pacers. 7-1, excuse me. Martinez will be back to serve again. Telon sends that one back. Forster attacking. Here comes Hodson. Telon sets. Hodson attacking. That's a kill for Sean Hodson.
Now the score is 8-1.
There we go. You've made a Nostradamus of me, ladies. Thank you so much. And we're going to have a brief timeout here, about 1 minute and 15 seconds, and my partner and I will rejoin you on the other side. Alrighty, folks. We're back again. Martinez will be back to serve. Again, if you're just joining us calling the action, I'm Jordan Phillips. Alongside the Leandro Barboza to my Steph Curry is Marcus Johnson.
Can we just call me the Evgeny Malkin to your Sidney Crosby?
We can-
I know hockey better than basketball. Beautiful shot there for a point for Pembroke.
Excellent play by the Pembroke offense.
Beautiful shot. See, my mind was on hockey, and I go ahead and say shot instead of kill. Casey Bell coming in for the Braves to serve this one.
Beautiful dig there by Martinez. Elon's going to set that one. Here comes Forster on the attack now. And that's going to be a kill for Julia Forster.
Yeah, very interesting. Off the block, off the net, and out. So
now Johansson will come back to serve.
Substituting for Pacers number 13, Christine Carroll.
And that one's going to hit the net and to the floor there from Johansson. Not quite enough put behind that one. Beautiful kill there from Forster. That's the kind you want to see coming and get out of the way for. Had some heat behind that one. Going to see Amber Hendry coming on now. Also Chelsea Watson, Christine Carroll. Carroll, of course, getting her first career play and kill and block last set. Not a bad way to start the career there.
I'm sure it feels like Christmas for Carroll.
Aha!
There, I got it out of the way, folks. I had to do it.
Here comes Carroll again. Not quite enough for the kill there. Martinez is going to set. Here comes Forster. Watts setting, Forster attacking. Here comes Hendry. And Christine Carroll there. That's going to be not credited as a kill, but that's going to be a point for the Pacers. Watts will be back to serve now. Not quite enough put into that one there from Watts, but Forster just barely getting it over. And that's out. Point Pacers. Score now 12-3 in favor of the Pacers. Excellent play there. Watts will be back to serve again now. And that's a point for the Pacers.
It seems like Pembroke's trying to rely a lot on power, and it's sometimes coming back to bite them as they're shooting it a little out of the zone.
Watts serving now. And that's going to be a service ace for Chelsea Watts. Nice play there by Watts. You could say that play was electric. Oh. That's a zinger. I'll be here all night.
I think I heard a collective groan.
And that one's just heading out. Nice effort there by Mercer. Unfortunately, no one quite there to get that one for her. Watts is going to set this one. Here comes Forster. And that's a kill for Julia Forster.
Not giving up on the point, though. Good effort by UNC Pembroke.
Yang really coming at that one, unfortunately. That one's going to sail out of bounds. Going to see Taylor Stratton coming on now. And that's a point. Score now 16-4 in favor of the Pacers. Julia Forster back to serve once again.
All right, Pacers in command of this third set.
And that's out. Crowd really starting to get into this one now. And we're going to see a timeout taken.
17-4 the score. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back. Once again, Jordan Phillips here alongside the Eli to my Peyton, Marcus Johnson.
Can we really use that as an analogy? They never played together. I mean, you can call me the Marvin Harrison to your Peyton, or Demarius Thomas. Go Broncos, by the way.
Back to serve will be Juliana Hochwater. I believe this is her first appearance for the Pacers. Hendry serving. Great to see some of the youth getting some time to play out there. That's why these kinds of games are so important for the Pacers. Such a young team, it's nice to see the youth getting out there, getting some experience for next season. Hochwater serves again. And that's going to be another point for the Pacers. Score now 19-4 here.
Pacers leading 2-0, as well as their 19-4 score in this set.
And that one's just going to get down. Point for the Pacers.
Yeah, Hochwater unable to pop that ball high enough for somebody else to get to it.
Them's the ropes, kid. Get back to it next set. No shame in that one. We're seeing a foam football thrown back and forth between the audience. Not quite getting all of that one was Carroll. And that's going to sail out. Nice hesitance there by Stratton to see that one heading out. And Christine Carroll's going to head off. We're going to see Joe Hansen coming in now. Danielle Mercer will be back to serve for the Pacers. And that one's going to head out.
It looks like she tried to get it along the line there, but it just went a little too far to the left.
Happens to the best of us. Yang back to serve now. Watts sets, Hendry attacks. That's a kill for Amber Hendry. Gonna see Faulkner and Telon coming on now.
You beat me to it.
Ha
21-7 the score. I beat you to that at least. And Telon will be back to serve this one.
Dig there from Mercer. Faulkner attacking. Sending that one over is Johansson. Beautiful play there by the Pacers. Gets a standing ovation from the crowd.
Good effort.
And that's a point.
Good effort to keep that point alive, and it ended with a point for themselves. So that's why they tell you never to give up.
Beautiful, beautiful words there from Marcus Johnson. Never give up.
My words of motivation for the week.
And that's a service ace for Emily Telon. 23-7 now your score here. And Oakwater and Mercer there couldn't decide who was going to go for that one. That's going to be a point for the Braves. Back serve is number 10, Bailey Jones. Oakwater there with a dig. Here comes Faulkner. And that's a point for the Pacers. That's going to be a block.
We're coming up to match point now as a score 24-8 here in the third set.
Pacers looking to sweep it here. Barring a miraculous comeback, this game will end 3-0. Dig there from Martinez. Telon sets. Oakwater attacking. Just saved there by Yang. Mercer sets. Here comes Oakwater again. And not quite enough into that one. Hits the net and goes down. Nice dig there from Mercer. Here comes Faulkner on the attack. And blocked by the Braves. Still match point here.
24-10 the score. They may be making that comeback.
They might be trying it.
Like I said, never give up.
Nice play there by Mercer. Martinez sends it back. Mercer with the overpass. Braves are not going down without a fight here. And that's a point for the Braves.
It's 3 in a row as the score now 24-11. This is still looking for that match point.
Pembroke certainly not going down without a fight here. Showing some excellent heart. Nice save there from Mercer. Faulkner sends it over. And that's going to be the match. Pacers pick up the win in set number 3, 25-11. Picking up the win in the match, 3 sets to 0 are the Pacers, and they'll go on to be 8-1 now.
And that'll send Pembroke down to 1-10 on the season. And Pacers still perfect at home at 5-0.
Seen some stellar play by some of the freshmen today. Of course, we do invite you to join us again tomorrow, Saturday, September 17th at 2 p.m., where we'll see the USC Aiken Pacers take on the Francis Marion University Patriots.
And then after that, we'll have a few days off as their next match will be October 7th against Montevallo.
And I believe that's all we have for you folks tonight. Signing off here, I'm Jordan Phillips.
And I'm Marcus Johnson.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.